This is Triple Waterfall, and this is Triple Waterfall with a full base design. Today we'll be teaching you how to turn Triple Waterfall into a suitable base to live in. Our servers OC have partnered with Deluxe to create Deluxe Servers. Deluxe Servers is just like OC, but with better server handling and an official grind. Deluxe offers 3x harvest, lag-free servers, an in-game shop, no pay to win, 5x breeding, new player protection, 3x experience, and more. Servers launch today, August 5th, right after this video goes live. Join the Discord down below to learn more. Triple Waterfall can be found at 27.9 latitude and 47.5 longitude. Triple Waterfall can be found on Ragnarok. Here's a backstory of this location. Triple Waterfall is called its name since it has 3 waterfalls outside of the spot. However, only 2 entrances can be found, one being a small entrance and the other being a slightly bigger version of itself. The interior of Triple has a ton of flat surfaces to build on. There's plenty of water inside, so you can breed water dinos or even just use it as a water source. Since Triple Waterfall is high up, raiding it won't be easy to do, so here is a full base design. On the outside, we decided to have 3 of these metal cliff platforms with this kind of turret layout on the top. Now, to build these, make sure that you spread them apart pretty evenly, because I actually built this with a 100 turret limit, and it worked out great for me. Just make sure that you build on the middle one first, as this will pretty much just allow for the turrets to actually properly be, on the other cliff platforms. But here's how we built this. So you come in the middle and you put the foundations down like that, which actually we had to put them a little farther back so that they'd fit better. And then we put some double doors and then some large metal pillars for the S+ ones. And to get the hatch frames that low, we had to place another layer underneath. But you basically duplicate this on the other 2, and these we actually connected to the ground just to make sure that if the cliff platform went down, that this whole thing could still stand up and be completely fine. But we did that on the other one over there in the corner, and that one actually has the most turrets on it, surprisingly. But we ran out of turrets, so if you guys are on a higher turret limit, make sure to fill it in with a lot more turrets, because we just use tech and heavy on each ones. So here is the first entrance. We decided to have a combination of metal spikes, bear traps, and dino gates. So for this, we put the bear traps down first and then put some metal spikes over it, and then over here we have our dino gates. This basically stops most of the majority of dinos from being able to just kind of walk over the spikes and get in. Then here's our little entrance right over here, and we kind of left that side open so you can get in easily. But the best way to get in here is with a crossbow with some grapples. That's the best way to really get in and out. So it kind of keeps it a good sized area so that people can't just rush in and instantly get into your base. On the second one, we decided to really just spam it the exact same, but we put a lot more on this side. So we have dino gates, bear traps, and a lot of metal spikes again. But here's the difference, is that this one leads to nothing. We purposely trapped this kind of area, and as you can see in the back, there's not that many turrets, only because we ran out of the 100 turret limit. So you guys can put as many turrets as you guys like, but we decided to vault drop the entire wall. Vault dropping it actually kind of forces people to go through the other wall, because nobody really wants to deal with this. But that is the 2 entrances of this base. Now behind this, coming into the entrance, you're greeted with the main turret wall. So if you guys thought that those cliff platforms were it, nope, we still have an entire turret wall on the inside that people are going to have to deal with. Now this one actually has exactly 100 turrets on it, and we also made sure to incorporate it into the wall right in front of it with the very few heavies that we were talking about. But this wall will really keep anybody out for a while. Now if you have PTs or any kind of flyers on, I recommend not building it like this. I recommend building it with large walls just to kind of block it off. But if you're building it how I am with no cave flyers, this thing is perfect. I mean, we have a double door thing at the very bottom just to kind of stop any smaller dinos from getting in between the pillars. And this goes all the way up to the ceiling, and we blocked every single corner to make sure that no dinos can even get into this thing. And our only issue is we have to build underwater a little bit, so that's going to be a little bit of a weak spot. So if you guys can figure out really what to do with that, go ahead and do it. We decided to not really touch it, but this is the entire turret wall. Now here is the crafting station. Behind here we actually used a combination of metal cliff platforms and kind of like a bridge to go over the water. And this just makes sure that people can't really get underneath and get some water dinos, or even like kind of like raft raid the rest of this, because you don't want somebody getting in here with a raft and then raft raiding everything in here. So here's a crafting station. We have two indie grinders. We have an entire top row of indie forges, which I believe is 6 indie forges for you guys. And then over next to that is 2 replicators, as you can see. And I feel like 2 replicators is honestly a good amount. You don't really need any more. And then down below you have 4 smithies, 8 chem benches, and 8 fabricators. And over here you have 6 vaults, just to kind of give some storage for the crafting station. But it's a good sized crafting station. You guys can expand it as you'd like. You guys even have a ton of room to really put whatever else you want on it. We made sure to kind of keep it open so you guys can just mess around with it and put your own little aspects on it. Now over here we have our main turret tower. Next to the turret tower is our tech teleporter and our transmitter. On the tech teleporter, we feel like that's a good spot. It's actually completely out in the open, which is actually one of the first times we've been able to do that without it like clipping through anything. Then you have your tech transmitter. We thought that was a good spot for it, as it's kind of central, so you can really get everything in. You could even do boss fights depending on what kind of server that you're on. And then over here's the turret tower. Now, I tried to fill it, but with the 100 turret limit, there wasn't enough room for me to fully fill it, so we just kind of put our own little touch and just kind of filled about half of it with some turrets. Now over here is the breeding / hatchery station. You have refrigerators, preserving bins, a cooker, a grill. You have egg incubators, a little refrigerator in the corner just to store some extra fertilized eggs to put them in there after they're done. Then over here we have an air conditioner. Now for the people that have been saying, why do you always put an air conditioner with it? It's basically to allow for you to basically spam hatch a bunch of dinos. So this is the area where you spam hatch, and then over here with the egg incubators is the main spot where you kind of do all your like important dinos, if that would make sense. So here is the crafting station and the turret tower. Now here is the greenhouse. The greenhouse, now of course it doesn't get true sunlight, so it's not going to get that proper 300% kind of effectiveness for the crops. Still, it adds in a little character to your base. Now the crop plots on here, since we're using S+ crop plots, we can't stack them, but of course this would be meant for you to stack crop plots. And we filled in some seeds and kind of had to have a little water pipe layout just to kind of show you guys exactly what to do for this. But it's a nice little thing that we don't usually add to bases, so we were like, hey, let's add it in, see how it goes. Now, some are going to argue that that does block turrets, but in my opinion, if they're already this far in the base, they're going to be raiding you anyways, there's no point. Then over here, we have the main base. We have a small amount of turrets on top, just in case somebody does get this far, just to kill any kind of wandering players so they don't get into your main base, to get all of your main loot. But on the front, we have a dino gate. Now, while this dino gate doesn't really help to defend the main base, like I said, if they're already this far, they're going to be getting in anyways. But anyways, over here we have all of our Dedi storages. I feel like that's a good amount of Dedi storages for all the stuff that you need. We have 3 layers of vaults on that side and 3 more layers of vaults on this side, so you have plenty of vault storage right here. Over here we have 2 smithies for kind of a quick craft, and then you have your crowd refrigerators over here. And then going upstairs, here's a little patch frame. Going upstairs, you have refrigerators and even more vaults. Now, I'd say that these are more of like the personal vaults, kind of. So, and then these are kind of personal refrigerators too. But then we have our personal rooms, which is these nice little 2x2s, and there's about 8 of them. So, if you have an 8-man tribe, this base is perfect for you. And that's really about it. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. In the middle, we have some turrets kind of sitting on these little pillar things. They're nice little turrets that are on the ground that are just going to annoy people because people cannot reach them. So, nice little ground turrets. But yeah, here's the full base. Really everything that you need. Fills up almost the entire cave, and you have plenty of room for the 100 turret limit and everything else. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new and hit that subscribe button. But we hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.